who are enrolled in sa ano pala yun, sa Octoberian nga pala, hindi nga pala dito. By the way, kahit siguro yung ano, mga ireg na naka-enroll dito for CS3, A, B, and C, which is graduating, kung meron man, no? Please be aware na we are now already starting. Sinalo nyo po uh, na okay, yung mga ano, mga graduating students class, what I mean yung graduating students na naka-enroll sa third year, please help me to remember kasi baka mamaya makalimutan naming ma-double check. So kung meron man sa inyo, please inform me so we can double check your records, at the same time the grades, so we can finalize whether or not you are really included in the list of graduating students. So now let us now start with our week number 14 lesson. So we will be having the string methods. Okay, so in our source code, actually, we have several methods that can be used. Meron tayo diyang mga ini-integrate in every functions that we can have. If we want to automatically convert the the letters, we called it character, no? Character that complete the entire string. We need the methods that will handle that functionality. So kaya ito yung nabuo, no? Based on the the author of who created this method within the function that will automatically convert the first character to uppercase. Then we can just simply use the capitalized open and closed parentheses. Every time that we include this function in our script, it will automatically, once we run the program or once we run the source code, it will automatically convert the first, no, only the first character. If maybe you are asking, sir, we have also function that is capable of converting all the characters within the string automatically all caps lock. Can you still remember what was that method under that functionality capable of converting all the characters into uppercase? Naalala nyo? Ano yung ginagamit natin doon? Nandito rin, oh. Nandito rin sa sentence. Upper. Di ba? Upper function yon. However, if you use capitalize, hindi all characters automatically be converted into uppercase because we have separate method for that, no? Yun yung upper open and close parentheses. So it will automatically convert all the characters within the string. When we say string, it is composed of several characters. So if we only have one character, then that's character and not a string. If we have more than one character, no, then we can consider that as a collection of characters considered as a string. And then that string can be controlled with the string method. And these are the different string method that we can use, no, to modify the collections of characters. One of that is the capitalize and even the upper, no. Upper will automatically convert the characters into uppercase. If you encountered in your Microsoft Office, meron diyang manual, no, without using the technicalities of programming or scripting on the end part of the user. Di ba ginagawa nyo dito, highlight, ito highlight. Hinahanap nyo dito yung ito, change case, di ba? Ito yung mga change case. Tapos, you will be given choices You can choose sentence case, you can choose lowercase, you can choose uppercase, then you can choose toggle. So ito a non-technical approach, no. Ito ay sa part ng end user. But if we're talking about the technicalities, there's an equivalent string method, no. Ito sentence case. When we click this one, the equivalent string method of that in the back end is the capitalize. Ito, it will automatically convert the first letter into uppercase. So dito sa back end naman, yung result ng product, no, created by the developer, the one who created the algo integrated into that method is the ones who conceptualize the string methods functionality that will try to locate, no, the first character's location and then automatically be converted into uppercase. So yun yung sa algo. And then end user will experience the benefit of having that particular functionality by just simply clicking, no, without providing the instructions. Hindi na siya magso-source code. I-click na lang ni end user ito, sentence case, and then pag kinlik mo yan, then as a result, doon sa result ng product mo, letter C will automatically be capitalized. Okay? So since this Microsoft Word that I am now currently opening is not in an edit mode, so that's the reason why it doesn't change kasi hindi ko ina-allow yung edit. Okay? Pero kapag kinlik mo yan, ganyan, then once you select this one and click OK in your own Microsoft Word, if you are going to try that, this letter C will automatically be converted into uppercase. Okay? So the ones responsible of doing that is the capitalized method, no, that controls the string collections of characters. Okay, so is it clear, class? So how about case fault? Any question? Do you have any question about the first example? Malinaw naman yun, ano? Ang mangyayari kasi dyan, ganito. Siguro na nasundan nyo naman yung tinutukoy ko. And perhaps you have tried also that, no, on your own, based on your documentations, kagaya nung hindi mo na ima-manual, no? You can just simply click the end users part ng tab na yon, no, that offers the capitalized string method. Ayan, kunyari ito. Example, convert, then sentence, yan, will automatically convert the letter C. Then if you change that into upper, all the characters will automatically be converted into uppercase. So yun yung tinutukoy natin kanina. However, that's in the end users part, no? But when it comes to the developers, no, or technicalities, ito ang gumagana doon, capitalized function. So if you are going to link that, no, or to relate that into your thesis, sa CS approach, the one that you are going to explain is how this capitalized function do the conversion. Yun. Pero sa end part, back-end user, like for example, development type ng research nyo, ang ipapakita, example, no, development type, ang ipapakita, ito mismo, yung output na product, Microsoft Word, like for example, so if you've mentioned that you have created the capitalized string method capable of converting the first character, and then you show the pseudocode how you instructed, no, how you scripted that in a form of algorithm, and then show the algorithm's flowchart. And then as a result, you need to show the end product in order to justify that the algorithm that you integrated is really working properly. So ito yung sa end, di ba? Uh, Ayan, nirelate lang natin if you are going to discuss that in almost the same as in your thesis. Hindi ito ang i-explain nyo yung na-develop na system, kunyari, or application. You can just simply show the system or application to justify that example, this capitalized string method that you develop after showing the pseudocode of this one, after showing the flow, how you created the algorithm of this one, the algorithm flow chart, the context diagram, and the math model of this one, to verify that it's really working properly, then you need to show the output. Ito naman yun. Yan yung in-example natin ngayon. Ano? Okay. So, another string method is the case fold. No? When we say case fold, it converts string into lowercase. I'm not quite sure kung meron nang na-create na end product nito sa Microsoft Word. When it comes to case fold, lowercase ito, case fold method of string ang responsible of doing this one. You follow, class? Ito yon, si case fold. Sa Microsoft Word, the one who developed the Microsoft Word, they integrate the case fold string method in this particular product, the Microsoft Word. So, ano yung responsibility ito? Si case fold, pinangalanan nila lowercase ito. Because in the side of end user, the end user doesn't know what do you mean by case fold. That is the terminology when it comes to the one who really developed the functionality or the string method. So ang nakakaintindi lang nun, yung developer. But when it comes to the end users, they do not know what do you mean by case fold. So that's the reason why after integrating the case fold string method, they used to rename that, to label that as a lowercase, because the word lowercase can be understood by the end user. You follow, class? So meaning, if you created the instruction, that instruction name having a technical name, and then if the end user will be the one to use that particular instruction, there's no need for them to use the same terminology. We need to change that terminology into user part. Kaya dito, tignan nyo sa Microsoft Word na product, they are using the lowercase word, no? Instead of using the case fold, they are using lowercase, no? They change it into lowercase. Ayan. Case fold ito yung function mismo pero lowercase. So capable of converting all the characters into lowercase. But in the algorithm that you integrated, responsible of doing that, we called it the case fold. Follow? So capitalize string method converts the first letter into uppercase. The case fold will convert all the characters, no, into lowercase. So example, meron tayong capital E dito, no, random, capital F, random. Yan. Capital T. So case fold automatically convert into lowercase. But sa end product ng end user, they labeled that one as lowercase. So it can be understood easily by the end user. Kasi pag case fold ilalagay dyan, hindi maintindihan ng general users. Kaya ni-rename nila yan as lowercase. But actually, the string method responsible of doing that function is the case fold function. Okay? So, another one is center. Automatically center the string. So, you think which one is responsible of doing that? 'Di ba dito naman sa Microsoft Word, meron na tayo ditong mga naka-menu, no? So, imagine if we don't have this ribbon below the menu bar of Microsoft Word, you will be the one to instruct the the characters, no? You will be the one to create an instruction on how are you going to place this text in the middle of your documentation. But with the help of this ribbon included below the menu bar created by the developer, with the help of string methods center function, there's no need for you now, the end users, there's no need for the end users to create an instruction or script just to center the text. Kasi they don't have any idea on how to do that. So the developer created this particular function, string method, so the end user can just simply highlight and click the center icon located in the available ribbon of Microsoft Word. So, ganun, no? So, nagiging user-friendly. But before, that's not the case before, no? Before the Microsoft products being created. So, that's how helpful these string methods. And we have several string methods that is already integrated in this Microsoft Word product, no? So, saan yun? Ginagamit nila yun dito. Sa clickable, no? Clickable ribbon icon center, then you are actually calling the center function. And even in shortcut keys, no? Yung pinipress na lang, you can just simply control E, so you can automatically place or transfer the location into the middle location. So, itong metrics ng entire, actually, the sales metrics for the entire Microsoft Word has been computed already. Meron na kaagad itong boundary location, starting location, upper and lower, starting and ending location, upper, lower, starting and ending location, left and right. But in an actual memory location, walang upper, lower dyan. Left and right lang talaga yon, horizontally. But for the sake of an explanation, if you're going to think of the entire dimensions of this one, so that's the reason why they come up with a layout. So the size will be bounded, depends upon the size na pinili ni user. So meaning lahat yan, kinikreate nila yan from the scratch manually. If that's the letter, then if you are having 21.59 centimeter by 27.94 centimeter, there's an equivalent computation of the available location metrics for that particular page that can be used by the user. So the location can easily computed. So kapag in-integrate po yung center, that center will automatically compute, no, the location left and right, upper and lower. So it can be computed kung alin yung average location among the total location from left and right. Kaya nagkakaroon ng equal left and right, depende naman sa margin yung madi-declared na center location. So that's how it is being created. Hindi yung basta kinrate mo na lang itong center, then it will automatically transfer those characters together with the several characters in a form of string and then automatically place in the center. That's the end part of the user. So dito yon, no? Centered string methods or return centered string methods. The next one is the count. We usually use this one in an Excel, no, the count function, especially if the end product allows us to compute the value. And then in code, so yung count pala, no, the actual usage of this one is to return the number of times specified by value occurs in a string. And then The other one is the return encoded version of the string. The other one is the end with. It will automatically return true if the string ends with a specified value. So meaning, lalagyan mo dito, end with, like for example, end with this particular character. When we say character, ano yung nilalagay mo na hinahanap mo in searching? You are trying to look for this word end with this particular value. So, yun yung capable functionality. In query, meron kayo doong mga starting character, ending character, with this character, with the help of those percent in query language. Meron ding equivalent doon if you are going to specify particular value using the end with function. Expand tabs, sets the tab size of the string. Of course, the find function searches the string for a specified value and return the position of which it was found. So, itong search string, if you notice, kahit dito, yan, dito nag-a-apply din yan. Ayan, no? We'll try to locate ito in an end user's approach ito. Sa end user's approach na ito, sa end product na to, no? Once you hit enter, it will try to locate itong location dito kasi graphical presentation na, di ba? Itong sa Google Classroom. So, si end user, once the end user press enter, we notice that it keeps on transferring from one location to the other location. So, ito yung side ng end user kasi ito yung dinesign ni developer, having the side panel at the left side and then the content at the right side and several menu bar at the upper part. So whenever we press enter, it will try to locate the location of those data having the character CS elect 2. But the end user noticed that it keeps on transferring from one location to the rest of the location. Sa end user part yan. But sa developer's side, it will try to locate within the memory horizontally from left to right. It doesn't mean that in your database, it is being located vertical and horizontal. It is only stored inside the memory horizontally. Yung sa Google Classroom, ito na yung graphical user interface as a result of the system's development. Okay? But the ones capable of locating that value is actually the search function. So nasaan yon? Ito yon, find function, no? Will automatically search the string for a specified value and return the position of where it was found. But actually, itong pinakita ko sa inyo kanina, once we press enter, this is not the actual memory location. This is the graphical user interface layout. But what happened is, yung finding yan happened inside, during the process. Doon yung actual memory, parang binivisualize na lang ni developer, no? So the end user knows the status of the search action. Kasi kung hindi nakikita na nagmo-move, end user doesn't know na mayroon bang finding function gumagana during the request. Kaya kailangan mayroong makikitang action doon sa graphical user interface. So the next one is format, specified value of string. Then format map, this one, specified value in a string. Then index, search the string for specified value and return the position where it was found. And then is all number, returns true if all characters in string are alphanumeric. So is all alpha returns true if all characters in string are all in alphabet. So it is very impossible for you to memorize. Kaya there's as a programmer, like for example, if you're not doing this one daily, most likely uh, you forget no some of the string methods. But if you are going to memorize these string methods, it could be very easy for you to include no every time that you perform the request. So a decimal returns true if all characters in a string are decimals, digits, no? Is digit returns true if all the characters in the string are digits. Is identifier returns true if the string is an identifier. Is lowercase. Ito yung mga condition, no? If you are going to perform the query. These are these string methods can be included once you are trying to look considering the particular instruction. So, considerations mo dito kung alphanumeric, considerations mo dito kung alphabets, considerations mo dito kung decimal, and then considerations for digit, identifier, and then lowercase. So in short, no, this is already posted. You can just simply read all of these string method, most likely be included in your final exam. No, lalabas din yan. No, lalabas din yan sa final exam niyo. So that's all for the string methods. So now let's proceed now week number week number 15, because this string method is intended for week number 14. Let's proceed with week number 15. Actually, this one is dictionary, which is also already posted in week 15 to 16. Napakadali lang ng dictionary class. If you are already familiar with the list, no, the one that we discussed during week number 13, then it could be very easy for you to understand how this dictionary works. And actually, I have already a video, no, regarding that one. Sa frame 2 pala to ng Python. Dictionary tayo. Okay. So, I'm gonna explain this one using this notepad, no? So, we will not experience the lag kasi kapag binuksan ko pa yung isa pang Python, maglalag na. So, dito na lang. Sinamary ko na siya dito. So, first example is this one. I have separated that in an equal symbol. Create and print a dictionary. So like for example, this one. This DICT or dictionary. So we name this one, this variable, this dictionary into variable this or DICT is equal para lang tayong nag-create ng list. No? It is almost the same as creating a list. Ito, open and close curly brace. Di ba sa list, we can only have one attribute. Ito lang yon, brand, di ba? Then to be followed by model. So ganito yung sa list, no, ang mangyayari. You can still remember creating a list. Ganito lang siya, di ba? Ayan, comma, and then tatanggalin natin yung ito. Ayan, so ganyan yun lang yung list. And then, we have our open and close curly brace. So this one completes the entire list. However, in dictionary, mayroon siyang second attribute. Okay? So meaning, it is composed of label and value. So dictionary holds the name, at the same time the value of that particular first attribute name. So dito, ang nakalagay sa attribute natin first is the brand, and then the brand value equivalent is Ford. So if we do this one in our assignment of value into the list that's stored in our variable, then you are trying to create a dictionary storage. Para kang gumawa ng storage ng value. So brand Ford, then model Mustang, and then year 1964. So if you are going to print, no, if you are going to print that one, you can just simply call this DICT or this dictionary. So depends upon the declaration of your variable. Now, how are we going to access? So maybe we can yung prompt version. I'm gonna open the prompt version para mabilis. Or Jupyter. Jupyter na lang tayo. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna use, ano yung ginamit natin dito last time? Ito ba yun? Yung last time natin na demo? Ito ba yung ginamit natin? 3ABC, ito yun. Okay, so I'm gonna create another sample. This one is for facial recognition. Okay, by the way, no, ito, pwede kayong mag-ano, no? By the way, sa thesis nyo, for those who are working with facial recognition, pwede nyo i-test actually dito sa Jupyter Notebook. Yan, kung kaya pa ba ng marami nang naka-open. Ba't ito yung binuksan ko? Ito. Let's create another notebook for this testing. So we name it dictionary. Okay, so let's try to create this one. No, hindi ko na ita-type, no? Copy and paste na lang. We have already an explanation about that. So equal, then example, this is our, so we have this one. We have created a variable, dictionary name, this. Then we have the left side attribute and the right side attribute, comma. So meaning this is our very first location of the dictionary, having the slice of the name attribute and the value attribute. The name attribute is intended for the brand, and then the value of this one is Ford. The name attribute for the uh, second dictionary, same dictionary, is the model, and then the model value is Mustang. The next one is year, and then the year value is 1964. Okay, so let's try to run this one. And then if we try to print, no, we try to print and call the dictionary, it will actually display the list of the value inside the dictionary. But it includes the two attributes, no? The name and the value. Kagaya nito, brand is Ford, model is Mustang, then the year is 1964. If you are going to recall the list, no, the list method, you might come up with an idea of having the list value number one is brand, the list value number two is Ford, the list value number three is model, the list value number four is Mustang, list value five year, list value 6, 1964, which is not actually the list value. Nakuha nyo, class? Di ba sa list, ito kagad yung kinoconsidered natin. List value yan, list value to, list value yan, list value yan. So lahat ng display dito can be considered as a list value. Doon yun gumagana sa list natin ng data within the list declaration. But this time, we are not using list. We are using dictionary. So that's why the first value is intended for the name and the second value is intended for the actual value stored to this matches actually to this particular name. So they are in the same, no, the same storage. Nasa isang storage siya. Ito, having the name and then having the value. So if that's the case, actually you are using the meaning you are using the dictionary type of storing the value. You're using the name at the same time. You are also using the actual value matched with that particular name. So that's the reason why for the first location we are having the name and the value, brand Ford, model Mustang, and then year 1964. Okay. So, sir, how can we access those value? So I have created here accessing items of a dictionary by referring to its key name inside the square bracket. So yung key name, those are the first, no? Ito yung first within the location. Di ba dalawa yan, slicing. We called it slicing if we're using colon. So for this slicing left and right, the first one is the name, then the second one is the value. So how can we access those data within the dictionary? We can access those by the help of the key name. So what are those key name? Those key name, the brand, model, and the year. Okay? So, like for example, uh, if we are going to use the X, ito, another input tayo. X is equal to, kukunin natin yung dictionary, sample lang, and then we want to access the model. Ayan. So meaning, if we want to access the model key name, ito yun, model, diba? Ito, model. So what's in the model for this particular dictionary? 'Di ba? We're not having multiple model yet, 'di ba? Tig-iisa pa lang. So it serves as an introduction muna kung paano ba natin i-access. Example, ito yung dictionary natin. You can rename this one whatever dictionary name you're going to use. Ito, papakita muna natin how can we access those value within the dictionary. So we can access that by the help of the key name. So for this instance, we are using the key name model. So we created a variable x. We borrow the dictionary. Then we want to access this dictionary with the help of open and close square bracket. And then with the help of model. So if that's the case, then we can now print the x variable. Print open and close x. Then let's try to run the program. Not define. X this. Sa model, anong kulang? Okay. Double quote. Yan. Okay. So, ganun siya, no? Uh, what if we have different model? However, hindi ako familiar sa Ford. So, kuha tayo ng Ford model para idagdag natin. Ford model. Kuha tayo ng Ford models, then dadagdag natin sa dictionary. Okay, Mustang, Explorer, and ano to? Ranger. Sarap magkakaganto, no? Explorer and Ranger model. Ford. Lagay natin dito. So, I'm not quite sure if this one will work. Kasi we are having multiple. Okay, try nga natin to. Kung gagana. Ang alam ko, hindi pwede yung syntax na to eh. Um, okay. So, ito. We are having the model Mustang Explorer Ranger. So, ito na yun, tatlo. So, once we look for a model, then it will return the available model. Mustang, Explorer, and Ranger. So, kasi under model, we are having 1, 2, 3. So, in this dictionary, once we look for the model, so whatever model included in that particular brand, which is the Ford, so para siyang inheritance, no? Pero ginamit natin dictionary. So this model inherit the brand. So the brand, pwede mo ring damihan yung brand, no? If you are going to include in your dictionary the list of brand. And then if you want also to specify particular brand having model, you need to create another dictionary for that for customized searching. So kanina wala kasi ito, 'di ba? Ito lang siya. Ngayon, minodify natin, so we added several models. So, yan, for the sake of an explanation, ibalik natin siya sa normal. Ayan. So from this very basic example, You can now try to explore and expand how can you use the dictionary, 'di ba? So like for example, gusto mong mag-save ng mga notes, gusto mong mag-save ng mga hints, gusto mong mag-save ng mga important details na mabilis mong ma-search, customize, no? Pwede mong gamitin yung approach na ganyan. Okay? So, it's a matter of uh, expanding the basic idea into more complex idea that makes your future development easier. Kasi 'di ba? Kaya nabuo yung mga dictionary listing. Bukod pa doon sa uh, cheat list. 'Di ba na nauso yung cheat list last time? Pero yung nauso na itong AI, there's no need for you to create your own checklist because almost everything is already included in your AI. So ang trending na ngayon is the nagte-trend na ngayon yung tinatawag nating prompt, no? Development. With the help of prompt, you can actually develop your product. So, yun yung listing ng accessing ng items. We can use the key. So, there is also a method called get function. Ito, get function. So, we're done with the access. No? So, get function that will give you the same result. Ganon din siya. So, let's try to use the get function. Itong previous natin, ito ay accessing items. Ito. By the way, naka-post na to, di ba? Week, nasa week ano to, dictionary ito. So there's no need na for me to include the comment here because this file is already posted in our week number 15 and 16. So focus na lang tayo sa explanation. So dito na tayo, get. Previously, no, we have created X variable. Now let's try to use another variable. So let's say a variable equal. So let's do the same approach. Rename na lang natin yung variable and then print the a variable because we are already having x variable, so we can no longer recycle this one if we are going to do the same process, but instead we need to define another variable, but this time we are using the get method. Ito, get method having the get functionality. So it will also return the same value, no? Ayan, the same output. Yun nga lang, get method ang gamit natin. Okay? So another one is we can also get the keys, no? Using the keys function, this one. This method will return the list of all keys in the dictionary. Okay? Lahat ng keys i-display niya. So X is equal to, gagamit na tayo ng B. And then, dugtong lang natin yung key function. By the way, pwede nga rekta eh. Dictionary, tapos that keys function run. Ayan. So, it will return only the name. Ito kasi, kanina, ito, kahit ito, pwede namang hindi ka na mag-create ng variable. You can just simply use so there's no need for you to type print, no? Hindi mo na kailangan i-print, run mo na kaagad yan, then return the Mustang. Dito, for the sake of maximizing defining the variable. But you have two ways, no? It's either you define the variable and then call the variable, or you can just simply directly call the dictionary and then concatenate the functionality that you are going to use. Kagaya nito, ano yung dictionary natin? This. Then we want to use get method. So get Ano yung kukunin natin? Model. So that's why we have Mustang. So kung gusto nating keys function, we can just simply call the dictionary, use the key functions, and then run. So we have this output, brand, model, and year. Okay? But you can also use the same, no? Kung gusto nyong mag-declare din ng variable. Pwede rin naman yun. Yun nga lang, mahabang process. Kung gusto mo mabilisan, kung variable yan, ayan, B is equal to, then dictionary, then you need to type print. Ito yung pangalawang method, no? Print pagkatapos letter B. So it will actually display the same output. Ayan, parehas lang yon. Shortcut na lang yung without defining the variable. So the list of keys is a view of a dictionary, meaning that any changes done to the dictionary will be reflected in the keys list. So add new item to the original dictionary and we will see the keys list gets updated as well. Kagaya nung kanina. So like for example, we have car is equal to brand Ford and then keys model. Gawa tayo ng isa. Copy and paste na lang natin. Ito. So we have created another dictionary. The dictionary for car. Yun din yung kanina. Yun nga lang, yung previous variable na ginamit natin for the first dictionary is the DICT. So this one, yung tunay na pangalan, car na. Pinangalanan natin ng car. But they're having brand, model, and year. Okay? So let's try to run to check whether we are having an error. So walang error. So now, let's try to have this display. So that is variable x is equal to car.keys. So kapag pinrint natin yan, si x, print x will return the value of brand, model, and the year. But if we want to modify that one, like for example, car, tatawagin natin yung dictionary actually. Yeah, dictionary. What's the dictionary name? That's car. The dictionary name is car, and then we want to create a color for that dictionary. Then the color will be equal to white. So meaning we are trying to add another key that automatically be added in the list of dictionary. Hindi natin, ito yung sa end, no? Hindi natin dinagdag dito manually, di ba? Hindi natin tinype dito color, di ba? Meron tayo dito. Supposed to be, lalagay natin dyan, comma, enter, then color, ganyan. And then colon, yan yung manual, no? Colon, and then we need to provide also the, like for example, white. So instead of doing that, we just simply call the dictionary name car. We call the dictionary name car, ito. And then we want to add the key color. And then the value will be equal to white. Ayan. Okay? So let's see, no? So let's see what will happen once we do that. So let's try to print. Let's try to print the X after that command. So, if you notice, we have successfully added ito, color key in our dictionary. So, kapag tinawag natin yung car, ito na yon, nandito na si color white. Okay? So, brand, Ford, model, Mustang, year 1964, color white because we already updated. Ayan. So, get a list of value. So, that value naman, no? So, like for example, kanina, keys kasi. Kaya, ito, DICT, car underscore keys value. Gagawin naman natin dito, car dot values function naman. Values function. Yan, it will display the value Ford Mustang 1964 and white. Okay? Pwede ring may variable. So, kung ano yung variable, pwede rin mag-declare ka ng variable, D is equal to car. Kagaya dito kanina, no? D is equal to car, tapos that value. Yun nga lang, kailangan mo pang mag-print kapag ginaganto mo. Yan, that value, so print, print D. So, kailangan mo pang gawin ito. Unlike car ka na lang tapos that value. Pero ayan. So, meaning we have two ways no, of displaying the value. Ito, direct na, the dictionary name, and then rectang function, that value. Pwede rin ganito. Gagawa ka muna ng variable, car, that value. So, that is the same. No? It provide the same output. So make change in car original dictionary and see the, so we're done already with this one, no? Yung kanina. Ayan. So in short, you can just simply read no the posted learning material that is already posted in our classwork. Google Classroom classwork. And then try it on your own using the Jupyter Notebook so you will see how it works. And most likely that is also included in our final examination. Perhaps that's all for today's session. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day and see you next meeting. Don't forget to submit your thesis. Yes? Yes. Title approval? Third year. Hala, parang taas ng requirement nila. Thesis title approval agad? Kailangan nila? Saan yun? Dito ba yun sa atin? Hmm, meron tayong format for title approval. Yung format na pinost ko, yung title approval na format, yun. Oo. Lagyan nyo ng laman yun, papirmahan nyo sa akin. Tapos, ang ilagay nyo na title, yung title na approve nyo ngayon. Yun lang yun. Okay? So, I'll gonna wait for the submissions of your manuscript no dito. All day nandito naman ako. Kung wala naman ako, ilagay nyo lang dito sa table, lagyan nyo ng section para isusort ko. Okay? Basta nandito lang ako sa office. Yes, Avenue.
Sir, pwede naman pong pumasok kahit di po naka-uniform, no?
Ay,
Para
mag-uniform kayo para wala ng problem.
sige.
Kasi pag hindi pa, marami pang usapan eh. Harangin pa kayo sa guard, may kiusap pa kayo. Para wala ng problem, sundin nyo na lang yung para hindi na kayo masita. Mag-uniform na lang, ha?
Sige po, sir.
Oo. Para wala ng problema, para dire-diretso. Hindi naman kailangang lahat ng members, kung sino yung mas malapit na lang, tsaka available, yun na lang yung magdala ng manuscript. Sige, tingnan natin yung sabing pwede bukas. Tingnan na natin pag di talaga kaya. Kasi hindi ko rin naman matatapos yan within today eh. Ang kailangan ko lang, makuha ko yan para ma-check natin. So, lahat ng possible na matapos, tatapusin ko. Kasi, para hindi sasabay, kasi may mga ginagawa pa kami, sumasabay kasi, at least matapos na natin yan, makakalahati man lang. Dahil malapit na yung, defense. Okay? So that's all. Okay, so thank you for joining, and then I'm gonna wait for the submission of your manuscript. God bless us all, class.